Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Control. First things first, I want to have a very quick look at our missions just to see if we've got any one of those priority things, but it looks like we've just got the captive audience and the old boys club. So we need to make our way to the hypnosis lab. And just before we do that, I wanted to very quickly have a look at our astral constructs. We need a lot more source in order to be able to do this. So let's try and be careful with how we move around. It's interesting when you quit out and reload the random bits get repositioned, because these were all over the place when we finished up last time. Right, we're in spin mode. Okay, that's totally cool by me. Now, the hypnosis lab is actually supposed to be kind of like down to the right. Let's go and do that before we push on. Because getting another object's power is always going to be welcome. And if I have a very quick look over here, yeah. I'm sure this isn't going to be freaky at all. What the hell are these? I guess these are technically friends. But they've been captured by something. Well, we're getting source for taking them out, so...
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there. Mesmerized by it.
Well, seems they're easy kills. That's a whole bunch of extra source. Maybe I should quit out, reload, and come back in. Fast way to grind materials? It looks like that's the way in there. That's going to be the way out. This area is closed off, so we're going to have to go through that side door we just spotted. Ooh, another astral blip. That looks like a baby MRI machine. I'm not sure if I'd want to lie back on it. in all honesty, I think it would be a little bit dangerous. We've got a couple of things to interact with over here. Oh. Another one of those executive toys. Ooh, okay. Up, down, left, right. So, up and down don't go back to the same place. Left and right. Ah, I see. We're closing off the sections. So there'll be a specific picture we're trying to look for. I think it's that one there. 3 closed in and the sides, but not like that hasn't helped us. There we go. It's not got a perfectly cyclical way of moving around. Now, in terms of what that's unlocked, yeah, it's unlocked this side door bit. A nice, straightforward puzzle.
Please state your name for the record.
We'll listen to that
Please state your name
over
for
in the multimedia library.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
So, before you go in, do you want to confirm that, you don't hold us liable for anything?
Result in death, disability.
Right, let's see what this thing's all about. Use Seize to complete the Astral Plane challenge. Okay, so we've got our Q&E abilities at the moment. In fact, let's go for ranged. Gold enemies are immune to what we're doing anyway. Find another way to defeat this enemy, of course. Enemies at low health can be seized, okay. F. Ooh, I like that, and then we get our power back. We can keep moving while doing it as well. That's kind of important. Oh, looks like there's a maximum number that we can have. Let's get a bit of respite while we reposition. Yeah, you shoot at me and ignore my friend. That worked? Now, is there a particular exit point? There it is. So seizing could be pretty useful used on big things. Ooh, and we get more ability points. I mean, that's really what makes this all worthwhile, isn't it? The ability points will probably tell us more about what our potential is than the actuality. I can also check out the board count. I probably should have done board countermeasures before starting off in earnest. But let's head back and have a look. So, board countermeasures. Yeah, we have discharged. We have his rangers in executive, and then just his troopers in maintenance. Yeah, so those are still fine. Right, as for our abilities, seize duration, multiple seizes, and large enemies. So we can't do large enemies as a start. These are relatively cheap to move down, so let's get that one, and then we'll get shields so it propels debris at nearby enemies, because I can see that being very useful. And then we just need a lot more ability points. I hope there's not really a limit to the number you can get. Right, in terms of our missions, actually we've got the case file for the X-ray light box. So, no unique procedures are needed to contain it. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the lightbox. The information on the image belongs to the patient named Redacted. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize an individual's Redacted. The seized individual becomes redacted to the user, and the effect lasts redacted. Once released, the seized redacted as a result of the psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. Yeah, I mean, if it kills people when it's over, then I'm not surprised it would go. A janitor named Redacted bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital and redacted. Soon, the building's occupants were redacted by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to Redacted. The perpetrator and redacted the item. Fatalities numbered in the Redacted. Maybe thousands, maybe tens of thousands? For operational details, see 26-HQ-452. Alright, well, it wants us to go and talk there. This leads back where we came from. So, let's have a chat.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right.
More of you? Really?
Really, I should be trying to seize some of these, I think. Although this may be the last one that I happen to have seized. Well, friendly fire's still on, obviously.
Trench said his team knows all the Bureau's secrets. Marshall, especially. Does she know what happened to Dylan?
Still focused on the main point, despite everything that's going on. That was a very nice transition. Very nice.
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
Okay, so there's a luck and probability division, there's ritual division, there's the synchronicity lab, and then there's protective studies. Right. As always, we're going to look everywhere else first. No one gets any privacy in here. Oh dear. Rubber duck supplement. Discovered in the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update: it was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated like fired, or terminated like the way I would terminate someone? Probably best not to ask.
Marshall is waiting for you in the lobby.
Oh, right. Okay, so this is the corner bit that we couldn't exactly access. Well, they're saying that we couldn't exactly access it. Maybe we could have, like, jumped across from here? From Darling's office?
Marshall's eager to speak with you, ma'am. She's just down the hall.
Yeah, we'll get there in a moment. I'm just looking, because there's plenty of stuff in this game that's very easy to miss. Interlock and probability. So many things. Hello. Oh, is that the Billy Bass? I wonder if these guys are like guarding everything in here. Did we just take the flower and then put it? Oh, it's a 4-leaf clover. Oh well, we're definitely taking a bit of luck with this. I have no idea if that actually does anything. Does that show up in our inventory at all? I don't think so. Let's have a very quick look at our weapon mods. That's the ammo refund one. Pierce zoom burst. It's been grouping efficiency. That's probably useful for us to consider, but I think the rate of fire is really where we want to be.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
Lucky horseshoe. An unlucky horseshoe. Amazing. Yeah, I'll get to you in a second, Marshall. Just got things to do, you know. It's hitting the elephant. Okay, we don't have clearance level 5, so we're going to have to talk to Marshall. So, what you got?
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss.
Is that a new clearance level?
Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
So what did you give me? Not seeing anything
If there's anything in this place that
particularly
can
new.
improve our luck, we ought to try it out. You know, just in case.
Do not touch anything.
I like these guys. I mean, I understand both of those points of view. Right, we have a shelter in here, and we have snipers down the end. Oh, these guys are... Come on, you're with me.
I see rangers over there. We have to help them.
Where is that his cluster? There it is. Right, it's moving around, of course. Well, it's definitely possible to kill them at this range. Just want to keep as much damage on that resonance as possible. Well, hello you. There it goes. Right, you're mine. I feel like we're going to get a lot of source from this. See the snipers down there. Got ya. Those are friendlies. Yeah, using spin at this range wouldn't be particularly useful. Let's borrow you. Dodging away. And what's this? Go to the communications department in executive. Yeah, we're not gonna get to that today. Taking those things out with melee may not be the smartest move, but I think it's fine as long as you can dodge away still. I do quite like that seize power. That seize power has a lot of useful potential. Looks like we have a control point to claim over here. Let's get that done, put this place back to normal. Uh-oh. Then again. So I'm going around trying to get what health I can here. But I think we're playing a game of defense with this guy. So he'll get bored. He'll throw his thing off. Then we put up our barrier. In fact, if I get behind here, I can regen a little bit of energy. Yeah, this is gonna work. It's just a matter of understanding how to fight them, really. got more than just that up-close power. Oh, and there's other guys coming in. Oh, that's not helpful. No! Ah! Alright. We can try again knowing more about how this fight is going to go. Probably would have been better grabbing stuff and throwing it at those new guys that spawned in. Or hiding behind them with my shield up.
Has anyone heard from Salvador?
Last anyone heard, he was taking a security team into containment. The reason is currently unknown.
So yeah, that's our team down there. I wonder if they'll actually be around for the fight or if they just get taken out by it. Get some energy back. Come on, chuck it at me. I mean, as long as he's focusing on me, that's fine by me. Wrong button, that's a shame. Spin is just so funny. Okay, so chucking stuff at him is probably not the most efficient way of doing this. Fighting him round and round is working. Is that someone behind me shooting at me? Oh yeah, they've got bad guys in there now. Probably just because the fight's going on a while. Where'd he go? I've lost him. There he is. Definitely getting more desperate. So am I, kinda. No, no. Ah, I needed health. I had no energy left. We are so close. It did look like I could whittle down his shield, but while he's got that stuff whizzing around him, I'm not sure it's really going to work. Also, we could change off spin. So let's very quickly claim this. Ooh, shield boost, cool. Kill his snipers? Sure. That seems like a fair one to go for. And in the Astral Construct, actually we can just do that in our inventory, can't we? Let's swap Grip over for Shatter for the moment. That's a pretty big thing, boosting our shield strength by 42%. That might allow us to survive a hit and then blast it back out. And if I improve our energy as a whole, this might be a good setup. Let's try it.
As if you can find anything in this place.
Darling sure found enough places to hide. Weirdo's got labs everywhere.
So, same strategy as before, except we're using our miniature shotgun. Oh, this is a lot easier. Except, you know, don't stand next to him while he's doing his eruption thing, but... I say a lot easier. Not throwing my shield away would be a smart move. Unfortunately, I pressed Q instead of pressing A to sidestep. But, that being said, that was definitely working, and we had a lot of damage going out to him. We can definitely disrupt his shield. We just need to put out enough damage on him to do that. So let's just hurry back and we'll have another go.
Last anyone heard, he was taking a security team into containment. The reason is currently unknown.
Yeah, just making sure that there was nothing hiding away in that corner. We're going to want to check this room out properly once we've cleansed it. But yeah, having a giant strength shield. Really, really useful. Ow. Alright, let's go after some of the other nearby hiss. I think we've almost got him. One more of those. There we go. Now we can just clear up. Is that everyone? That might be everyone. That was a fun and very different fight. And this place is looking decidedly better. I mean, it's still looking weird as all hell with those bits of architecture up in the top, but much improved. Now, I did see a shelter over here. So let's go have a look in here. Get the extra goodies. An intrusive pattern and the Threshold Kids proposal. So we've got two unread things in here. Initiative proposal. The Threshold Kids. With the recent arrival of the Redacted, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young Redacted. There are no other Redacted for Redacted to play with, and Redacted is expected to learn about a frightening new concept. Redacted will require a slow, Redacted-friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce the Threshold Kids, a television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the paranatural. Budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community centre. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It'll be good for morale, and I guarantee Redacted will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect a Redacted to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, Redacted love puppets. That is just hilarious. Hiss Warped. Okay, yeah, this is the guy we just fought. The Hiss Warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They're able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss Warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Refer to file redacted for a full report. Okay, well, let's switch back to the grip, because that's just going to be useful going forward, and I think that's probably going to be a good position for us to finish before we head through to the ritual office. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, see you next time for some more Control. See you soon.